On September 27, 2014, 150 UNESCO senior representatives, city delegates, and world-renowned creative experts from 54 cities of 25 countries gathered in Chengdu, China, to attend the three-day 2014 UNESCO Creative Cities Network Chengdu meeting. This is the 10th anniversary of UNESCO Creative Cities Network.
UCCN 2014.
UCCN 2014.
The UCCN 2014.
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 Centering on how to release urban creative vitality, promote urban sustainable and healthy development, and boost UNESCO Creative Cities Network development. Delegates at the meeting had extensive and in-depth exchanges. This great gala for global creative cities was sponsored by UNESCO, supported by China National Commission for UNESCO, and organized by Chengdu Municipal People's Government. For the first time, UNESCO Creative Cities Network has chosen a city in Western China to be the host. And the Chengdu meeting hit a record high in terms of participant scale, with delegates from 54 cities of 25 countries. So far, 41 cities around the world have joined the network. Chengdu formally joined the network as City of Gastronomy in 2010. The meeting has fully embodied that the international community values creative urban development. Represented by the British keynote speaker, Mr. Charles Landry, a number of world-leading creative experts were invited to the meeting. UNESCO Assistant Director General for Strategic Planning, Mr. Hans Dorville, and senior officials from the China National Commission for UNESCO attended the meeting. Delegates from 54 cities of 25 countries joined the meeting, among which quite a few are top executives of cities. In his opening speech, Mr. Fu Yonglin, Vice Mayor of Chengdu, described Chengdu as a land of abundance. He said, "We are very happy to be the host city for the 8th Annual Meeting of UNESCO Creative Cities Network, and Chengdu has so far become the engine of Western China. As a creative city, Chengdu is open, inclusive, innovative and creative. The city shall accelerate the development of its creative industries, including gastronomy." He also expressed that the city welcomed valuable suggestions from participating guests for its creative development. In his speech, Secretary General of China National Commission for UNESCO, Mr. Du Yue, noted that the Chengdu meeting was an important one in advancing the progress of UNESCO Creative Cities Network, as this meeting could lay a key foundation on the organization, strategy and scale of the network's further development. Mr. Du said, "Creative Cities Network has received active response within UNESCO, and I believe the Chengdu meeting is an important part in implementing the Convention on the Protection and Promotion of the Diversity of Cultural Expressions." China has been an active participator in the Creative Cities Network since its launching, and up to now, there are 5 Chinese member cities in the network. With the progress of its own development, the network has fully shown its vitality. We have noticed that countries around the world have attached more importance to the network, and the increasing number of delegates for today's meeting is exactly a good example. Mr. Hans Dorville, UNESCO Assistant Director General for Strategic Planning, attended the meeting. In his opening speech, Mr. Dorville said, "Delegates from 41 member cities and applicant cities have gathered here for the development of the Creative Cities Network. It is our hope that constructive suggestions could be collected during today and tomorrow's meetings, so as to contribute to the development of creative cities." This year marks the 10th anniversary of the Creative Cities Network. The content of our work has been continuously enriched, and the value of our network has been constantly improved. Culture, as we view it under international circumstances, is indeed an important part of creativity, which has supported the sustainable development of our network and our cities. It is also a topic that we've been discussing at various occasions in UNESCO. Today, we have all gathered in Chengdu to discuss the developing roots and trends of our future, which I believe is a signal showing our common recognition of creativity as a new kind of resources. A consensus that we obtained in Beijing. Cultural diversity is of fundamental importance. That's why we have divided our network into 7 fields. And creative industry has also drawn important attention in this year's annual report. In regard to the positioning of the network, Mr. Dorval said that he was ready to welcome ideas and suggestions. He believed that the network has already made an important step, and the priority should be given to the governing of the organization, the improvement of the content, and direction of future development, so that the organization could grow stronger. The aim of the network is to protect and maintain cultural diversity, which requires us to exchange ideas, enrich knowledge, and gain experience under the context of globalization and urbanization. It also requires us to focus on more aspects in building creative cities, so that our exchanges could be more dynamic, and a communication platform could be formed to serve multi-stakeholders. Creative cities could not survive without the power of culture, and culture is the core part of a city's soft power in the 21st century. Building a creative city could raise the awareness of culture and enhance the diversity of culture. For UNESCO, the 2 major objectives are protecting and inheriting cultural heritages, and encouraging the expression and creativity of culture. After the opening ceremony, British urban planning expert Mr. Charles Landry made a keynote speech. The history of the creative city idea, future opportunities, and strategic dilemmas in moving forward in order to ensure that the scheme maintains its impact and potential. Mr. Landry believes that openness is the power that promotes a city to be a creative one. The core part for urban development is the city leadership and their willingness to change things. Creative cities building is not an independent industry. It is closely related to other urban industries and could both create employment and advance development in other sectors, such as economy. In terms of the development of UCCN, UNESCO Creative Cities Network, Mr. Landry has also posed a question. What can UCCN do for the cities? After Mr. Landry's speech, delegates from member cities reviewed their work of 2013 and 2014 respectively, and elaborated their work plans for the next 2 years. On the afternoon of September 27th, panel discussions on literature, film, music, crafts and folk art, design and media arts were held. The 11th China International Gastronomy Tourism Festival and the International Summit of Creative Cities of Gastronomy were also convened.
对这样一次会议，我想它是一个承前启后的。如果说过去经常是一些议论，制定一些临时的规则，那么这次会议向联合国教科文组织发生了重要的一个信息，为今后的发展奠定了一个非常重要的一个法律的基础，奠定了一个发展的条件。那么我们希望呢，这样一次会议能够为创意城市网络开辟一个新的道路，为它进一步的提升水平奠定新的基础。
城市呢，成为这个全球化时代全球竞争的一个基本单元，所以这个城市的价值凸显出来。
As the city of gastronomy, the taste of Sichuan cuisine, which vividly displays the charming of Chengdu's creative urban landscape and gastronomy, has become a highlight of the meeting. Chengdu has also included the meeting into the Creative Chengdu, Beautiful Life 2014 Chengdu Creative Design Week, aiming at accelerating the integration pace of Chengdu creative industries, including gastronomy, with global trend. In order to make sure that guests from all over the world could have a chance to taste traditional Sichuan gourmet, understand the charming cuisine culture of the land of abundance, the organizing team has especially invited Sichuan cuisine master chef, traditional food inheritors, and cultural experts to design the dinner menu for the welcome dinner on September 27th with the theme of panda and Sichuan cuisine. The president of Chinese Restaurant Foundation, international gourmet critic, and Chengdu's overseas gourmet ambassador, Ms. Teresa Lin, was also invited as the moderator for the welcome dinner, who later introduced the cooking techniques, taste, and special seasoning of Sichuan cuisine of each dish. Sichuan cuisine covers a broad spectrum of materials and owns various seasoning and cuisine types, with spicy yet fresh taste. Sichuan cuisine is famous for its spicy and hot taste, with chili, pepper, pepper powder, and thick broad bean sauce as main seasoning. It is said that each Sichuan dish has its own style, and 100 dishes have 100 flavors. Guests at the dinner were all amazed by the delicacy and taste of the cuisine. The welcome dinner is a truly feast for palates, eyes and ears, which has highlighted the essence of traditional Sichuan cuisine, while fully respecting dietary habits of international guests. After a whole afternoon's discussion, a summary meeting for all delegates was held on the morning of September 28th by the organizing committee. Feedback from thematic groups were collected, and discussions were conducted based on the feedback and relevant proposals. Delegates from different thematic groups discussed the nomination procedure of applicant cities, organization structuring, presidency term, international gastronomy festival holding, coordination among thematic groups, and budget regulations. The meeting finally approved the summary proposal amid warm applause. As the host of the 2015 Annual Meeting of UCCN, the Japanese city, Kanazawa, has also sent its delegates to introduce the city and extended cordial invitation to guests presenting the meeting.